What is up? What is up? What is up out there, cretins? It is Moraduke here once again at the end of yet another weekend. I guess the weekend's always too short, right? So I just wanted to get in on here before I start another session of some BF 1943 to lay down my thoughts on this because I'm just about ready to hang this game up. And it's for a variety of reasons. I feel like I've done everything there is to do in this game, and I've seen everything there is to see in this game. And there's also the fact that the more I play this, the more I find little things that just really get on my nerves about this game. It's not perfect, and the fact that this is just like a $15 downloadable game shouldn't excuse everything. All of the complaints I have about this game, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that. For the most part, it's pretty fun. Definitely a step up from Bad Company 1. My opinion hasn't changed about that, but pretty much anything is better than this game. So, they managed to not trip over the bar when they walked over it with 1943 here. So there's that. This game's alright. It's not without its problems. It's a very shallow experience. There's not a lot of content. So if you play this game for a few hours, you're going to do and see pretty much everything there is to do and see in the game. And that's just the nature of it, but like I said, it has its own special set of problems. So, we load up the game here, and I'll try and explain why. But yeah, I'm pretty much just about done with it. I'm tying up a few assignments here, trying to get to the maximum rank there is to get to. And I'm going to move on to Bad Company 2, which I played just a very little bit of just to see if people were still playing it, and in fact they absolutely are, at least on the Xbox 360 side of things. 1943. Yeah, this game is something. It's not the population of people playing it. There's definitely still a good number of people playing it, especially late night tonight, on a Sunday night. I could probably find matches all the way up till all through the night, so that's not a concern. The achievements definitely are not a concern. The achievements are actually piss easy to get. Not that I really judge a game by how many achievements it has or how easy it is to get your gamer score up or anything. I'm not a freak about that, unless it's something absolutely totally ridiculous. Foreshadowing. But these are easy, man. This is the hardest one out of all of them, and it just takes time to get, so you can't really call that a challenge. But play 100 matches. Got the July 22nd. Play 30 matches. As you can see, these are very, very easy achievements you get just by playing the game. Those are the last 6 I got. These first 6 here I got in the very first day of playing this game, so. So there's those. I'll go to stats and awards here. So here's where the problems start. In Battlefield 1943, the assignments that you get in this game are divvied up in 2 categories. There's postcards towards the top half of the grid here, then there's stamps towards the bottom half. The difference between them is postcards are kind of like milestone achievements within the game. Capture 30 flags, do best flag 3 times on each map, defend 20 flags. They're very... Most of them are very basic, and you'll get them just like the achievements just by playing the games. And then you'll notice I have a few empty slots here because I have shit like this. What the fuck is this? I don't know if some of the people that make these assignments for the Battlefield games, I don't know if they're sadistic or they just hate people or they have some chip on their shoulder against completionist gamers like me. But this is utterly ridiculous. It's bullshit. It's bollocks. Rubbish. You can use any of those terms you'd like for this because this is insanity. 10,000 kills. Spoiler alert, there's no way I'm getting this postcard. I probably, even if I played this for the next year straight, during the weekends when I'm off, I still probably wouldn't even get this. And I've seen a picture of what it is. It's nothing. I'm totally not missing anything. And neither are you if you don't have this yet. So no one on my friends list has this. So nothing really worth chasing after. 10,000 kills. To put that in perspective, the only thing dedicated assignment I did for Battlefield 3 called for 400 kills with each of the 4 kits. So that's 1,600 kills total after some basic math. That's 8,400 kills. That's the difference between this and the only for the dedicated assignment. That's crazy. Especially when you're, a slightly above average player like me, I guess. That maybe averages, I don't know, 5 to 10 kills per match. That would take forever. So there's absolutely no way I'm getting this. So that pretty much throws out getting all of these out the window. So I'm going to have a nice big empty space here because someone at DICE is a sadistic motherfucker, and apparently this is some sly way to keep people playing the game, but it's just not going to work. Then there's Avenge 100 squad members. I'm going to try and get that in time, I don't know. This is the one I'm currently chasing after to reach top rank. As you can see over the right-hand side of the screen, I'm rank 36 right now. There's 50 ranks in this game. But it's a bit of a slog getting there, and the limitations that this game has really are creeping up to me. Kind of ending, stopping to play this game prematurely before I even get there. Yeah, the game is just to the point where it's just boring. And the problems which I'll get into with this game only serve to amplify that boredom. I've done and seen so much in this game. I'm just under the 40-hour mark, I believe, in this game, and with a game with, three infantry maps, 2 game modes, 1 game mode, the air superiority that hardly anybody plays it anymore. So really, it's just quick match with the 3 maps is the meat and potatoes of the game. Yeah, there's only so long you can play the same 3 maps over and over again in 1 game type, and all the flags and the conquest, they're all in the same place. Everything's pretty much the same. So, like I said before, if you played this for a couple hours, you've pretty much seen it all. So, I don't know. I'm going to try and get as close to rank 50 as I can, but I really don't see myself playing this much longer. So we'll see. And we have stamps here, and what stamps are feats you complete within 1 round of a game. So, kill 4 enemies with grenades or explosives, kill 4 players with melee weapons. And then we get to this little gem here. I'd ask you guys to explain to me what the fuck this is, but I actually had to look it up because this game doesn't explain anything. Yeah. In all my years of playing shooters, and trust me, I've played the best shooters, the worst shooters, and pretty much every shooter in between at this point. In the 20 plus years I've played shooters, I've never, not once, had a game explain to me that a rocket launcher is a recoilless rifle. Not once. Yeah, I had a feeling it was the infantry's rocket launcher, which, spoiler alert, it is. You can see the little photo in the middle of the stamp here, or the stamp, period. Yeah, I don't know why, I don't know who, if someone who made the description of some of these, English isn't their first language or what, or they're just trying to be clever or something. I don't know. But why couldn't they just kill 4 tanks with a rocket launcher in 1 round? Why couldn't you just do that? Why'd you have to put recoilless rifle? And at first I thought, well, maybe it's the rifle grenades of the rifleman class, because you're firing grenades from your rifle, so it's a rifle, and it really doesn't have any recoil because it's an explosive, it's not a bullet. But of course that didn't work. Figured I found that out the hard way, since rifle grenades do piddly damage to tanks anyway, and that's when you're supposed to switch over to your infantry kit and your rocket launcher. But yeah, just needlessly vague this description had to be. I don't know why. But I got it once. I'm probably not going to get it again because fuck this game. And you'll notice that I'm missing 1 stamp, and that's get 5 vehicle assist kills. Sounds really easy to do, right? You would be wrong. The way you get this, and remember, you have to get 5 in the same round, and out of all the matches I've played in this game, actively trying to get this stamp, I've gotten it twice in 1 round, once. What you have to do to get this, if I understand it right, is you have to damage a vehicle to an invisible amount of damage, then hope a teammate is also targeting that vehicle, and shortly after you damage the vehicle enough to where it's just about to blow up, but it doesn't blow up, then your teammate has to blow up the vehicle, and then you're awarded with a vehicle assist kill. It's so needlessly complicated to do, and it's just ridiculous. It's one thing to make assignments that make sense and are challenging and, dangles the proverbial carrot in front of your face, and, they're fun to achieve and get, one after another. But it's ones like this that are so pointlessly complicated and stupid that it just kind of kills any momentum that I want to have when I play this. So I might get this, I might not. The picture for the stamp is someone who's in the co-pilot seat of a tank, and it makes sense, right? If you're driving along, you're riddling an enemy vehicle full of bullets, which you can only really do this with a Jeep, would be the best target, which not a lot of people drive Jeeps because Jeeps are almost useless, and then the tank finishes it off, vehicle assist kill, right? No. From what I've read on the internet, the easiest way to get these is to play air superiority and damage a plane, but don't blow up the plane and have someone else finish the plane off. Then you get a slightly easier way to get vehicle assist kills. But the problem with that is hardly anyone plays air superiority. And even if they did, it would still take too long than it's worth to get this frickin' stamp. So what the fuck? I don't get why DICE does the things they do sometimes, and there's other things that I just don't like about this game. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's no kill cams, so you can't see when you're getting killed by somebody. So someone with a scout kit, with a sniper rifle, can just hide in a bush or behind a rock somewhere and kill you over and over again, and you have no idea where they are. Now, it's true that when you do get killed and fall over dead, the camera kind of sort of points to where the guy might be sometimes, but it's so vague and it's so random that it might as well not even be helpful to where the enemy resides. So there's that crap, I guess. There's no team balancing. One too many times I've gotten flung into matches where there's a stacked team against the team I get put on, and we really have no chance. Like, the other team's more coordinated, they're capturing objectives faster than my team, and it's just ridiculousness. There's no way to switch teams. There's no server browser in this game, which is a trend in modern multiplayer games I absolutely cannot stand. Like, I think Counter-Strike back in 1998 had a freaking server browser. This game doesn't. Why is that? I don't know if they're trying to keep this game more casual, or they're trying to keep games period now more casual, where you just click, you know, you hit the big red play button or whatever, and it just drops you into a match. But I like having server browser. I like at least having a chance of going into a match that I'm able to have fun in, that I have a chance of winning at. Or if I lose, then I had a decent team and we put in a decent effort, you know, as the match was going on. Here, as you can see by the title screen, you have quick match, you can join a match with friends, you can create a private match or play air superiority. That's it. Those are your only choices. So if I get flung into a match that's unsatisfactory and I try and quit and go back into quick play because that's the only fucking option I have, there's a very good chance I'll get flung right back into the match I left, you know, because it's not like I left the fucking match for a reason or anything. And you just got to keep going out of the match, waiting for the match to load, go out of the match, choose quick play, go back into the same match most of the time. You just keep doing that till hopefully it puts you in a different match where you actually, you know, have a chance of having fun and doing something. So I hate having those server browsers in games. I absolutely hate it. I can't stand it. I wish this trend would die. I wish they'd just put a goddamn server browser. Put the server browser back in your fucking shooters, developers, please, for the love of God. Speaking of stuff that's automated for no reason, there's a squad system in the game that really wasn't explained well. Like, nothing in this game is really explained that well. This game just, it just assumes you're a Battlefield veteran and you can figure all this stuff out on your own, but still there's some really obtuse things in this game that don't make sense. The squad system, you have to go to the pause menu and there's an option to go into a squad there. But the problem with that is it's too hands-off. What I mean by that is you have to basically choose look for squad and hope it drops you into a squad, and if it doesn't, you're pretty much screwed. So they could have retooled that a lot better to give you more power to choose what squad you want to be in and all that, like they did in Battlefield 3. There's no anti-griefing system in this game, so chucklefucks can join your fucking team and blow up your vehicles and spawn before you can get in them. That's super hilarious when you're actually trying to have fun and play the game. What else? The controls are kind of janky or floaty. I know most of the Battlefield games have their own special level of jank, and that can be charming at times, but in this game, the controls feel weird. They feel floaty, they feel too light. It's way too easy to flip tanks. On the Iwo Jima map, on the mountain, the flag where the mountain is, you can drive a tank downhill off of that flag, and you can easily flip the tank, and you have no way to flip it back over. Tanks should not flip over that easily. You know, there's not many vehicles in this game, but the Jeeps are absolutely useless. I think the Jeeps are made out of paper mache, because if someone on the other team so much as sternly looks at your Jeep hard enough, that your Jeep will just immediately explode. That thing is a deathbed on wheels. The thing to do with Jeeps is use them very sparingly to quickly get from one flag to another and abandon it before it seems like you're instantly killed in a fucking Jeep. So they could have buffed the Jeeps a little bit and give them a little bit longer. Getting stuck on level geometry is a thing. So many times I've gotten stuck on little things you should just be able to walk over. I've gotten stuck in fences in this game. For a game made in 2009, it's absolutely inexcusable. The hit detection's a little dodgy. Rifle grenade explosions and tank shells can go off right next to somebody and they'll walk through it like they're the fucking Terminator. And rockets come right through Jeeps sometimes. You know, I've had times where I've landed a completely good rifle grenade shot right on the hood of the Jeep, and the explosion just disappears into thin air, and the driver on the other team proceeds to run the ass over. Which is bullshit. Automatic weapons are weird in this game, like dogfights with planes are weird. I can never really find the perfect distance to really damage a plane consistently, so that's a little all over the place. The infantry kit's machine gun could be buffed a little bit. It's like it does piddly damage, and a rifleman, which should excel in mid-range fights, is actually better in close-range fights most of the time because you get killed in like 2 or 3 shots from the rifleman's main weapon. So the machine gun's can use a buff. Everything. The only other thing I can really think of is their superiority here. Which the problem with their superiority, I'll try and join a match here, is that it's pretty fun when there's a decent group of people playing, but the main problem with it is both teams' planes take off from aircraft carriers. So you have to actually get in a plane, take off from the carrier, and then you're in flight. Future Battlefield games fix this by having you just spawn in a plane in the sky outright and there's no carriers. And the problem with the carriers is well, yeah, you can see how many people are playing right now. The problem with the carriers is if you have an outnumbered team and you're trying to get into a plane, the other team can just fly over the mountain and you can basically just get spawn camped here, which sounds about, it's about as fun as it sounds. And you're so vulnerable here when you're starting out the plane. And I managed to take off because there's only one other person on the other team, but I mean, that's just needlessly needed. You can just, in future Battlefield games, like I said, you can just spawn in the plane and just go your merry way and shoot down some fools, but okay, it just sucks getting spawn camped when your team is outnumbered, that's all, so. Whew, didn't even see there, guy. One cool thing I can say about this game is this is the Battlefield that, nothing, I hit nothing there, I don't know what happened, but, trying to play and talk at the same time is tough, but this is the Battlefield game I've been most successful in the skies with so far. I've always been garbage at flying in Battlefield games, but on this one I can kind of hold my own a little bit, so there's that, I guess. I don't know if it's just me being lucky and people on the other team not being as good as they can be, but that's all I really have to say about 1943. It's decent, but even if you're a hardcore Battlefield fan, you're not going to stick around for long. And Bad Company 2 is basically so good and so revered by Battlefield fans that it pretty much fixes everything that was wrong in all the Battlefield games prior to it. And it hurts to say that because I do still have a soft spot for games like Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 2142 on the PC. I'm gonna get killed here. Which, there's nothing really wrong with them except they're just dated. But yeah, if you're new to Battlefield and you really like Battlefield 4 and you're getting Battlefield 1 that's coming out in just a little less than 3 months now, wow. Just really, I wouldn't go past Bad Company 2. I wouldn't. It's just the later games are just so much more improved with the little things they do and the little idiosyncrasies they fix of earlier games in the series, and I can definitely see that now that I've gone back and tried and played some of the older console versions here. But yeah, man, I don't know what it is, not just with Battlefield, but shooters during the early years of the Xbox 360, man, they have not aged well at all. God. Probably the shooters I think have aged the worst out of the ones I've played, but that's all I wanted to say. Just wanted to get all that off my chest. I've been talking for almost 25 minutes here, so I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to capture more gameplay footage. So that's kind of my comprehensive thoughts on Battlefield 1943. If you watch this, I do appreciate it, and you guys have a good one. Peace.
advance that the Japanese made during their assault, they had to pay a heavy toll in planes, transports, and land. They will be feeling the effects of those losses and must surely... a turning point in the ongoing Pacific campaign, the Japanese Imperial Navy has denied the American forces a foothold in the Western Pacific. Not since... a prolonged assault by the U.S. Marines, the Japanese forces under the command of Sadayoshi Yamada managed to block the Allied advance. After bad weather had allowed an unseen approach.